Finland is known worldwide as having the best education system.
And yet we're very critical of it too.
Which maybe is the reason why it continues to be good, because everyone's criticizing it and trying to improve it. One of the things that that kicked this whole thing off was around the fact that in my generation, the Commodore 64 generation, there was a whole bunch of coders that came through that at that time, right? When you turned on the computer, you kind of had to have an idea of what the operating system did, you know, that kind of thing, and so it kind of drew you in. Most kids today don't ever get a chance to actually get under the covers.
Yeah.
Right? And so what we were seeing, so that was the first thing. The second thing we were seeing is that we're seeing declining number of kids choosing to go into technology over the years, right? And now it's kind of flattened out, but it's not necessarily growing like where the startups over the last, you know, you guys have seen explosive growth. We've seen explosive growth in terms of tech startups. And so this is explosive growth. We still see this kind of carry forward of kind of parents and kids just kind of going, and teachers maybe just going, you know, are there really any jobs in tech? So you mentioned you had kids and they've been coding since they were pretty young. You've been coding for a long time yourself.
Yes. Teachers didn't even had a clue what we were doing, me and my friends, when we were doing computer programmers and games, and they were, why don't you do something, you know, like meaningful, play ice hockey, whatever. Okay, we did that too, of course. But even the problem then with most of the parents, luckily not my parents, was that even parents at that time, they were that, what are you doing? There's no point in that. And I think that has changed. Mm-hmm. But in the schools, I think nothing has changed since 80s. But the problem is that the kids, let's say from 7, 8 to teenagers, they are quite keen to learn anything new. Mm. And if you can show that what you can do, you can do this and that with computers. They are teaching woodworks in the school. They are teaching sewing. Why are they not teaching those computer skills? I mean, not even the basic skills. Mm. I mean, most of the high schools, you can't even choose to study computer technology, not in any way. And when you go to the university, they start from the scratch. Mm-hmm. And then you're 20 and do not have a clue what you're doing.
If we don't manage to recreate or continue to build on the culture that was set up in the 80s, it's those groundbreaking innovations that won't be happening. It won't be innovation. It'll just be building and making, you know, a better widget, but without necessarily changing the game like we changed the game repeatedly in those early days. And that's what I think, this notion of making sure that the creativity inherent in that, and the understanding of the whole, right, from the get-go.
Programming is a tool so that you can sort of like realize that dream or vision that you have in mind. Mm-hmm. But if you have a great vision and then you learn how to program, then you can actually create a cool game. Absolutely. Or a cool program, create a good user interface and experience.